this video is going to be quite personal for me because I'm going to be sharing to you guys my Letterboxd top 4. So yes, this is very hard. But yeah, I have like all DVDs here of my top 4. I feel like everyone should have their favourite movies on DVD. But yeah, that's how I'll be showcasing it. And yeah, just tell you guys why I like the film, what made it go in my top 4, because I feel like different people like their top 4 could be something like maybe it's just how the photography of it, or maybe just something that's really cozy to them and that's easy to watch. But for me, I would say my top 4 is just mostly what I enjoy to watch, and I feel like as well my top 4, it definitely ranges, it doesn't range out a lot to be honest, so I feel like it covers sort of my personality and what I like, and there may be a few hints around this room of my top 4, but yeah, I have it all on my posters on the wall there. But yeah, let's just get into the first one. I will say though, I do not have any horror movies in my top 4. I know on this channel I do, majority of it is based on horror. I do a lot of horror reviews, and I love horror so much. It is probably my favorite genre, to be honest, but literally none of these are horror. They're not even close to horror, to be honest. But I just feel like for horror, like it's a genre that I really enjoy watching. It's mostly just based on entertainment for me, and I feel like for my top 4, they're more movies that are just more meaningful to me and have a long-lasting impact on me, and yeah, just really have a more deeper meaning. But I guess with horror you can get that with movies, but it doesn't leave that like long-lasting impact on me. I just really enjoy watching it for that. So yeah, I just thought I would say that, because I still love horror so much, but I don't know why I just don't have any horror in my top 4. I really want to like save a spot for one horror movie, but it's like, what horror would I put in my top 4? Like, I have no idea. Movie, my top 4, we have Labyrinth. I watched this, I think I watched this maybe 2 years ago. It's still pretty recent. I wish I watched this when I was a kid. I would have absolutely loved this back then as well. But no, this movie, I feel like it's more of a musical fantasy. Obviously it has David Bowie in it, so that just makes it a whole lot better. With the Goblin King, I just think it's so good. And for me, I really love 80s movies. They just hold so much nostalgia, even though I was way not born in the 80s. But there's just something about the style and the photography of that time is just so special to me. So I do have a few, like all of my films actually in my top 4 are not modern movies at all. They're actually all like 90s or 80s movies. So yeah, I just love older movies. But no, Labyrinth, I just love all the characters in it, the comedy aspects of it, just the music as well is absolutely beautiful. Like, as the world falls down, that scene was amazing. I think that's like everyone's favorite scene in the movie. But I did remember going to the cinemas to watch this one, because this year it had a 40th anniversary, because it was filmed 1986, and I remember that as the world falls down scene, everyone just went silent, because you know that everyone was just focused in and like just amazed by it, because it's absolutely beautiful, and just the costume designs of everything is phenomenal. So yeah, I love this movie, and I feel like this movie is just something I can rewatch pretty much anytime, and it's just it's just really easy watch, just really comfy to me, and I just love every aspect of it. I love it so much. You know how I discovered Labyrinth is, I remember I really wanted to watch Pan's Labyrinth because I haven't seen it yet, So I was like trying to find on the internet where to watch it, and I could not find it, but I found that Labyrinth was on YouTube, and I was like, oh, what's this? And I was like, oh, I guess I'll just watch it or whatever, see how it is. And then it blew me away, and now it's in my top 4. So that was a recent one. I did have another one. I had Split in my top 4, but that was another one I had in my top 4 for a while. It is a really good movie. But yeah, no, this one, yeah, it's so good. I love it so much. If you're really into that 80s fantasy feel of it, or like you like the Dark Crystal, this one is very much similar vibes to that. The next one is what I have here, The Nightmare Before Christmas. Again, this one is just, it's an easy watch. I love it so much. And it's such a short film as well, and of course it's Tim Burton, so you know I have to have a Tim Burton movie in my top 4. But yeah, this one, I will say it, like I've been wanting it to change my top 4, but I just like, I don't know, like I'm happy with where my top 4 is, but I feel like something should change, because I feel like the majority of the movies in my top 4 are quite like fantasy films. So yeah, I don't know, I feel like I should change it up, but that's not what we're doing here. We're just doing my top 4. So yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas, I grew up on this. I watched this ever since I was pretty much a kid, and I remember just wanting to rewatch it over and over again. And I do watch this every Halloween. It's a little tradition for me, and even Christmas too. There's always that big debate of if it's a Christmas or a Halloween movie. In my opinion, it's a Halloween movie, but it can definitely be both, but I just think it's more of a Halloween movie, because it just, you know what, we're not going to get into it. But no, yeah, I love this. I love the songs, everything. I just listen to the songs all the time. I have a CD of it. I don't know where it is, but yeah, no, I love this one. I love the characters in it, and just the vibe, the gothic atmosphere, I just adore so much. And obviously like the moonlight scene, that one there is my favorite. I love it so much, and I love the relationship between Jack and Sally, and it was just so cute how they came together in the end. Was, yeah, beautiful. Anytime this film is mentioned at all, just so many emotions just rush through me. And this film has never, like, I've never like seen a film that's made me feel this way ever. And Stand By Me. Now, I just went to the cinemas because, again, this had its 40th anniversary. It was 1986. And that destroyed me, man. That actually, it was probably the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced in my life, but also the most heartbreaking thing as well. And a movie, like, it is very hard. I usually do not cry that much with movies. I usually cry more of like happy tears rather than sad tears, but this movie has me doing both. I'm doing it, yeah. It really gets me so emotional, and it's such like a fun movie as well. And I think I just love how we're going on this journey with these 4 kids, and they all have something different going on in their lives at home, but I just love how when they all come together as friends, they just listen to each other, they just understand each other, especially with Chris's and Will's relationship. I just think it's just really beautiful, especially with how young they are. They just really, they just get it about each other. They really want to be there for each other, and that's just really like a special friendship. I just love as well with how they're just, you know, they're going to see a dead body, and that's kind of what the film is that storyline that they're just going to try and find this dead body, but that's not at all what it's about. Like, you forget it, they're actually going to look for a dead body because they're just going through all these things together, and yeah, everyone has different things or they're worried about, and I just love how they show that because at such a young age you don't really notice that or really understand how to understand that, I guess. And I just love how they all were just truly there for each other, and they wanted to be there for each other, and they really understood what each, like, what they were going through, even though they've never gone through that themselves. Like, grief, happiness, sadness just absolutely destroys me. And yeah, like, when I was at the cinemas I was crying. I was just sitting there like, wow, this is it just makes me so emotional. And especially with River Phoenix, he did die in real life, and he was the one who died in the movie as well. And now with Rob Reiner as well, who was the director of Stand By Me, it has such a deeper meaning than that as well, because if you know in the movie that he Chris was the one who died, and then River did die as well, and then the other ones are just there going through their lives again. At the end of where you never make friends better than the ones you do when you were 12 is just, I relate to that so much, and I think a lot of people will too, because when you're at that age, you just, with your friends, there's just a lot more freedom with it, I guess. You don't really care too much about, you know, judging. You don't really judge them too much, but now as you get older you sort of realize, oh, it's a lot harder to make friends, especially just, yeah, trying to fit in or thinking people are going to judge you for this or that. But yeah, when you're just younger you really don't care. You just hang out with someone. If you do the same thing, you like the same thing, you're like, cool, let's hang out. So I just really, yeah, that really hits home for me. And if you have not seen Stand By Me, you need to run out. If you're into like coming of age films, all that, and you want a good cry, you will not be disappointed. And final movie for my top 4, which is probably my favourite, definitely, but Stand By Me does come in a close second. Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton film, of course. Yeah, this, I do not have words. It is absolutely beautiful. Just, I don't even know. You know when you just like love a movie so much, you honestly, you don't even know where to start, because it has you feeling a certain type of way, rather than, obviously the visuals, yeah, they're stunning and everything, but that feeling, you really can't describe it, because it just makes you, I don't know, like when I first watched this film, it absolutely changed my life. I do think my favourite thing about this film is just Edward Scissorhands, the character himself, because I really love how unique he is, and just he's such a gentle soul, and you see how kind, sweet he is, caring and helpful, but also how much innocence he has, and how people can really take advantage of that, but he doesn't know how the world works. He's still figuring out everything, but he's just so happy and just is interested in every little thing in the world. And there is a lot of sad things that did happen to Edward, like he is, because, you know, the town, they weren't really sure about him, or they just were kind of using him to do things for him, like helping out with haircuts or things like that, just taking, yeah, advantage of him. It also covers how hard it is to fit into society as well, and just maybe feeling a little bit different. And I knew that Edward, like, definitely, because with his scissors hands and seeing everyone else that doesn't have that, he definitely, yeah, he feels left out, he feels different. He's like, why do I look like this or whatever? And I think what really made it resonate with me as well is because of Tim Burton. He actually, that's why he made this character Edward, is because he just felt different to other people, and he really wanted to show that through a character like Edward. Of course, another favourite thing is obviously the relationship between Kim and Edward, because Kim was pretty much the only person at the end who was really there for Edward and understood what he was really going through, because he didn't really have anyone there for him, and Kim was really the only person that was there. And my favourite scene was definitely when Edward was carving the ice and Kim was dancing in the snow. That was just absolutely beautiful. Just the music, sound to that, and just her dress outfit was absolutely stunning, and it's so beautiful. But of course it never ends with a happy ending. This one, again, emotional. I did cry, in fact, to this ending. But yeah, I think it just, usually when movies don't have, or they do have a happy ending, you tend to just go over it a little bit, like you're like, oh, that's, that was nice, but next. But then I feel like movies that sort of have more like a cliffhanger, sort of, not really, but like just not as a happy ending, it tends to last longer with you, and you tend to think about it more and think about different scenarios that could have happened. So I think with this one, like, it did leave you with more of a like lasting impact just because of that ending, because Edward was stuck in the tower and he pretty much lived there, and Kim knew that he was still up there, but she was just afraid, not afraid to go up there, but just wanted to leave him there by himself because he knew that she didn't want the town to find him up there. If I did have to describe this movie in one word, it would honestly just be beautiful. It's beautiful, it really is, and it shatters my heart so much, but it also like warms it up as well, like a little cozy campfire. So I just love how this film is able to do that, like similar to Stand By Me as well, but this is just more of a different vibe, more fantasy, different land, kind of different world, I mean. But yeah, no, this movie, it definitely, like, it just has all of like the elements that I love in a movie, like unique characters, just beautiful layout, a new world, fantasy wise. So I just adore this film so much. It has everything I love, and honestly it's just perfect to a T. So those were my top 4 favourite movies, and yeah, these are all just super special to me. They all have a kind of like a deep meaning behind them, like of how I discovered them as well. They're all, that was interesting, and I want to know what your guys' top 4 are. So if you want, comment down below your Letterboxd and I will check that out as well. And then I also link down below my Letterboxd, or I'll pop it up on the screen right now. And yeah, let me know what other videos I can do, or I'm gonna be doing a Backrooms review soon, or Passenger. I think that one's coming out soon too, so that'll be probably next week when I can do that. But make sure to watch another one of my videos as well if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next.